1, 2, 3. So we're going to shoe review. This is a Nike Vaporfly 4%. I was sent a pair of these to review, and I've been running in them. You can see it's almost brand new still. I've done not much Ks this year, maybe 100 Ks this year on Strava. I think I've done 100K this year on Strava, full time, pro runner here. But yeah, I've done a couple of sub 17 5Ks in them. This shoe, I never thought I'd use Nikes ever again because they were too high and they were just, yeah. But the cushioning system in this is incredible. The upper's incredible. The shape though, it's too much of a fashion shoe. This is not it is a performance shoe, but it still could be a lot better. I would love to see a Nike Ultra collab. I'd love to see Ultra use this upper and use this cushioning system and the foam, this plastic here. I would love to see them use that in one of their Ultra lasted shoes. You know, the wider toe box. It's too narrow in the forefoot here. You know, there's too much pronation going on. It's not a real. It's got a natural cushion feel, natural spring, natural response, natural upper feel, but it's too old school fashion Nike. All right, these shoes are for performance. It's got the performance upper, performance weight, performance cushioning, performance response, performance colors, but it doesn't. It has got the fashion last. It's got a fashion last. If you look at the human foot, you know, it's sort of wide. It looks like an Ultra shoe. What's that, Mobs? What's that little bit of bung? Oh, fuck, I stink. You know, it's wide, man. And look at the Nike shoe. What's this narrow shit in the middle? It doesn't look like a human foot, does it? It looks like a monkey. You know what I mean? I'll fall back on this chair. So there you go. So, Ultra, that's not a human foot. So it doesn't give that midfoot stability, support that you need. Ultra needs to copy this shoe. Oh, man. Ultra. Someone at Ultra. Copy the Nike. Let's get it made in China. Actually, they're all made in China, aren't they? Do something, counterfeit it, whatever. This is this is a game changer. The cushioning in this Vaporfly is a game changer. A real game changer. Upper's really good. I didn't wear socks with these, no blisters. It's pretty crazy. So, but these cost $350 retail in Australia. $350. That, and they're made in China. They're made in China for a couple of bucks. Couple of bucks max. So 700 million people in China live on less than $2 a day. 700 people in China live on less than $2 a day. This shoe would literally cost, what's that? You know, how many months is that? 4 or 5 months. The average Chinese person would have to work for 4 or 5 months to afford this shoe. So we are talking insane markups on this, insane profit. Shoes made for a couple of bucks. It's probably bigger profits than cocaine. It's insane. But yeah, it's a fantastic shoe in terms of, you know, what I've just mentioned. Ultra, get on the wagon. I'm repeating myself again and again. That's the Ultras, the Ultra Zoom Vaporfly, the Nike shoe. It is, you know, it's a game changer. It's starting to split about here. Some cuts in there. I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, it's, you know, why are we Ultra, man? Come on, get up the speed, Ultra. Ultra, do something, please. Rescue us from the Nike grips. Someone said something about sweatshops. Yeah, I mean, everywhere's a sweatshop for sure. You know, and this is the world we live in. The world is getting more and more cutthroat. You know, the Nike sponsored runners, they have to run even faster and faster if they want a contract. You know, they take more and more drugs. The workers in the factories making the computers, or the hats or the shirts or the shoes, you know, or your cars, they have to work longer hours because they're raising kids costs even more, putting them through schools and dentist bills and stuff like that. Everyone's in a sweatshop situation. You know, to say that only Nike employs sweatshops, well, I'd say now they probably do that a lot less because of the public spotlight, the media attention. They don't want that, so they would have cleaned up who they're working for in the contract factories, OEM factories, etc. But man, it's a cutthroat world out there. You know, it's not just in the shoe world; it's everywhere. It's like your work. You know, you bring bananas to work. People go, "What you got bananas in? What's going on here?" You know what I mean? You get ridiculed for bringing fruit to work in most workplaces. So, you know, some of it can just be like polite banter, but so what cutthroat world we live in, man? It's insane. Like, Even if you're Kippo J now, like hit the contract he'd have with Nike to win the marathons, to win races, would stipulate, that guy's got to use a shit ton of drugs to run that fast, or he's quickly replaced by, a million other Kenyans with incredible talent and who are genetically gifted, but again, who are clearly on an oxygen vector doping program there. Because you can't run that fast, Natty. You can't. And if you could, imagine if we put these guys on the hot sauce. They'd be running 150s for the marathon. 150s. Oh, but people wouldn't take drugs and run marathons. No, that's only in cycling. Come on. You get your head out the sand, bro. Get your head out the sand. It's just the world we live in. I don't have any negativity towards people who are doping. You might, because you're a hypocrite, because you might take a Panadol if you've got a headache at work. I can't work properly. I need a Panadol so I can work properly in a coffee. Oh, now I can focus. But if someone takes EPO to win a marathon to escape poverty, they're bad, they're evil. Oh, my God, It's like, hang on, man. That'd be a fucking hypocrite. If you're going to take drugs to do your job better, then you can't critique other people for doing their job better by taking drugs as well. Financial security is something everybody has to chase in today's world. It's a cutthroat world, man. It's cutthroat as fuck. Anyway, this is a Zoom Vaporfly 4% review. I rate it. You should get a pair. I highly recommend everybody get a pair of these shoes once in your life. Just try them out. Get them. Even just try them on at the shop. See what you think. Walk on the treadmill in the shop. Try these on before you die. Zoom Vaporfly 4%. Game changer shoe for me. Game changer. Ultra. Pick up the ball. You've dropped it. Nike's grabbed it. They've got a better cushioning system than you have. They've got a better upper, but you still have the better last. Please do something about that.